What is up, guys? It is Jaden Yuki coming at you with a new Yu-Gi-Oh video today, and today I have a deck profile, and it is Ritual Beasts. So basically, Ritual Beasts revolve around basically banishing themselves for cost of fusion summoning and getting their fusion monsters out to wreck, basically. So yeah, make sure you guys go check out my Clash Rebellion booster box opening. Got some pretty good pulls out of there, and yeah, it was pretty cool. So without further ado, here's the deck profile. So starting off with the Tamers, Ritual Beast Tamers, I run 3 copies of Ritual Beast Tamer Elder. Elder, basically, when he's normal, you normal summon another Ritual Beast card from your hand. So he is the best Tamer out of all of them. When Secret Forces first came out, this guy was about, I don't know, 50 cents or something. Now he's a $3 to $4 card. So that's a pretty awesome thing right there. Moving on, I run 2 Ritual Beast Tamer. When she is normal, you normal summon or special summon one of your banished monsters, and one of your banished Ritual Beast monsters, and that is pretty good because you're banishing a lot with this deck. And sometimes you don't have enough material to fuse, and so she just helps out a lot with it. I mean, it's pretty good. Moving on to the next 2 Tamers, we have 1 Zephyr Pilica and 1 Lara. Both of them have the effect of when they're normal summoned, you choose a Ritual Beast monster from your graveyard and special summon it. And that is pretty good. You can, like, the reason I run 1 Lara and 1 Zephyr Pilica is because of the fact that they have different names. And that's pretty good because I need to fuse every Ritual Beast card, even the Spiritual Beasts and the Tamers, have the effect that you can only special summon a card with that name once per turn. So, like that, you can only special summon Ritual Beast Tamer Lara's once per turn. So you can only do that once per turn, and that is the downside of Ritual Beast. But if you could summon them as much as you want, that would be too broken, so I do understand. Just so it's worth noting, I do hope you guys like my little setup here. It's a bunch of Marvel characters. I put it on the table. I took a bunch of comic book stuff and glued them on here, and it's pretty cool. I like it, so hope you guys like that setup. So yeah, moving on. This is all of the Tamers. Moving on to the Spiritual Beast. You have triple Spiritual Beast Kanahawk. Basically, once per turn, you can banish a Ritual Beast card from your deck. And after your second standby phase, after this effect was activated, you get it back to your hand, which is pretty cool. More than likely, you'll forget about adding it to your hand, but the banishing effect is the main part. So every Ritual Beast deck needs to run 3 of him. I mean, he's your main Ritual Beast. Or Spiritual Beast, my bad. Moving on, you run double Spiritual Beast Apelio. He's your attack gainer. During either player's turn, once per turn, you can banish a Ritual Beast card from your graveyard. So it can be the traps, one of the traps, the spell, any Ritual Beast card, and every Ritual Beast monster that turn, even if it's not on the field yet, will gain 500 attack and defense. So that is pretty freaking sweet. Next, I do play double of the Spiritual Beast Rampengu. Some people play 3, but I do from what I've learned, I've tried playing 3, but it is just too cloggy for me, guys. So, from my opinion, you should play 2 Rampengu. His effect is you banish a Ritual Beast monster from your extra deck, and you send 1 monster with the same type to the graveyard. So, that's pretty freaking sweet. So yeah. The last Spiritual Beast I run is 1 Spiritual Beast Petalfin. I mean, it's a name, and plus it is also counts as a compulse. You banish your Ritual Beast card from your hand. Let's say Denko's on the field, you can banish the trap, one of the traps, or the spell, or I don't know, whatever you feel like, any Ritual Beast card, and you compulse something, which is freaking awesome. So yeah, that is it for the Spiritual Beast monsters. The last 3 monsters we play is first 2 Effect Veiler, which 2 Effect Veiler is freaking amazing. I mean, oh my god, I can't tell you how many cards or how many times I've I used to side 3 Effect Veiler, but realizing how stupid that was, I realized that maining 2 Effect Veiler, I side the 3rd one, but maining 2 Effect Veiler is so good. It just helps me out so much. And then the last monster I play is 1 Ghost Ogre and Snow Rabbit. You do not need this card to have a good Ritual Beast deck. I just got this card recently, and yeah, you do not need it. Some people either play Ghost Ogre and Snow Rabbit, or don't play the deck at all. Personally, I say screw off to those guys because I have been playing Ritual Beasts probably a good 3-4 months now, and basically ever since Secret Forces came out, and that's probably like February, so a little over 4 months. And this deck is, I mean, I just got the Ghost Ogre Snow Rabbit like a day or two ago, and I've done fine without it. So this is just a good tech in. It's a psychic, so you can get out with E-Tally, so that is a pretty good deal. Moving on to the spells, you play triple Upstart Goblin. Draw power is something you do not have much of in this deck, so you are definitely going to want more of that. Plus, running a 37 card engine isn't legal, so I have to run something instead. Next, I run the double emergency teleport. Now, guys, you might want to pick some of these up. I would recommend 2, if not 3. 3 is just very cloggy to me, and so I don't run 3. This is a very expensive card. Just wait till Dimensions of Chaos. Maybe it'll get reprinted around that time. So just wait till then if you don't have the money to get it. But definitely you're going to need emergency teleports. It is so good. A combo you can do is you use this, you special summon a Tamer, you normal summon a Kanahawk, use Kanahawk's effect to banish another Tamer, since the Tamer you summoned with this has already been special summoned for the turn, and you still have fusing ammo, which is amazing. The last spell cards I play is 1 Book of Moon, because it's Book of Moon, 1 Raigeki, because it's Raigeki, and 1 Ritual Beast Bond. Bond can help OTK. You banish 2 Ritual Beasts, and you summon a Ritual Beast from your extra deck, ignoring its summoning conditions, which is freaking amazing. Well, I mean, not amazing, but you can definitely do some shizzle with it in OTK. I've had times where you basically, I mean, they've had nothing in response to my attacks, and then I'm like, you know, I have 2 Apelios on field, I hit for 52, and I chain to one of their, or I hit, and then in battle phase I activate Bonds and go for a Gaia Pelio, and that can be game. Because Gaia Pelio is 32 plus fit 2, you know, it's pretty good. It is just freaking amazing. Moving on to the traps, I have 3 copies of Ritual Beast Steeds, and 3 copies of Ritual Beast Ambush. Steeds, I don't know which one's better. Put in the comment section below which one is better. Steeds, it does not even target, but what you do is you pop the number of cards on the field up to the number of Ritual Beast monsters you control. You can only pop monsters, basically, so it's pretty good. Next, Ambush. You're going to want to use this on your opponent's end phase when they, you know, end their turn. You target a Tamer and Spiritual Beast from that are banished and or in the graveyard, and you special summon them. And yeah, that's pretty good. I mean, I don't know what else to say about it. It's good to activate it on your opponent's end phase, especially if you went first and your opponent goes second. They set their cards, and they, you know, like end turn expecting you to activate Steeds the next turn or something, and then you're like end phase chain ambush, and then you still have ammo for the next turn, which is freaking amazing. Next 3 of I play is 3 copies of Mind Crush. Mind Crush has helped myself out a ton of times in this deck, because every deck in this new meta, well, last meta, moving into this new meta, is going to search, basically. Every deck searches, even my deck. So, Mind Crush helps out so much in every single deck, and you're going to want to run triple copies. I cannot speak very much today. I'm stupid. So, the last one I play is 1 Bottomless, because it's bottomless, 1 Solemn, it's Solemn, 1 Macro, helps out a lot in this deck, and it kills your opponents. And the last card is 1 Torrential Tribute. A funny thing you can do with this is basically when your opponent summons a monster, you chain your fusion monster's defuse, then you chain Torrential Tribute, and basically so basically you send the fusion back as cost. Torrential resolves first, and then after Torrential resolves, you special summon your fusion material, which is amazing. Like, pretty freaking sweet. People think that your effect will resolve first, but it doesn't. For side deck, I run 1 Ragnar Zero for Cliff Orts, and 1 number 80 for Burning Abyss. I have stuff for Burning Abyss, but you know, it helps to get more support for it, or support against it, really. Then I have 3 copies of MST. MST is pretty good because after your duel, your opponent's going to be siding in things like lose 1 turn, or Imperial Iron Wall. So MST is definitely going to help. And whatever your opponent's running, you're going to side in 3 MST, and that's pretty good. Next, I side the double lance. I know why they have to be different rarities, but whatever. Double lance is pretty good. Usually, some of your Ritual Beast monsters have low attack, so lowering their attack is good, and as well as protecting your monsters. I mean, that's, it's good enough right there. For the monsters that I run, you are going to run really 2 Flying C. These can be Maxi if you want, but at my locals, a lot of people use Xyz decks like Burning Abyss and stuff, so Flying C really helps. Then the last Effect Veiler. Moving on to traps, I play 1 Ring of Destruction, 2 Karma Cut, 2 Mirror Force, and 1 Vanities. Vanities helps out a lot with against like Necros and stuff like that, and it's pretty beast. Moving on to the extra deck. Finally, we have 2 copies of Ritual Beast Ulti Guy Pelio. You banish a Ritual Beast monster from your hand, or card from your hand, my bad, and you negate anything. It's Quasar, but better. And then you run triple Ritual Beast Ulti Apelio. Apelio, when he attacks, he's unaffected by other card effects until the end of the turn. So yes, if you do use the Spiritual Beast Apelio effect, when he attacks, he will always be 26 and not 31. So that sucks, but if he is being attacked, his attack and defense can be changed. So that's pretty good. Next, you run triple of the Ritual Beast Ulti Kanahawk. Ulti Kanahawk is pretty good because what you do is you return 2 banished Ritual Beast cards to the grave, and then you search out any Ritual Beast card and add it to your hand. But what you can do is, if you have this in defense, or whatever, in attack or whatever, you have him on the field, you activate his effect to return to the grave. What you do then is you chain his defuse effect. He goes back to the extra deck, and by some sort of magic ruling, you only have to send 1 back to the grave, and you defuse, and then you still get the search. I'm not sure what the ruling is or how it's termed, but that's just how it is, and I use it a lot, so it's pretty damn good. Yeah, that is it's a pretty good effect. For the last fusion monster I run is double Ulti Petalfin. One of these you're probably going to be banishing with Rampengu to get the other pink doll from the grave, the spiritual based old Petalfin. And so yeah, she can't be destroyed by card effects, which is pretty good. And 28 wall, you can't beat that. Moving on to the Xyz monsters, I have Exciton, Abyss Dweller. They're good. 1 Honor Arc because it's Honor Arc. 1 Gaga Cowboy because it's Cowboy. And then 1 Castell because it's Castell. Most of these, or pretty much all of these, is generic right there in itself. That's a bit, or for Exciton for just anything that you want to kill. Abyss Dweller for Burning Abyss. 101 because it's 101. I mean, you steal stuff. Cowboy for game, and Castell just to Castell stuff. So that is pretty good. Thank you guys for watching my deck profile. I hope you guys really liked it. It is a very fun deck to play. I do recommend it highly. You're going to want to pick this deck up, and you're going to love it. It's just such a good deck, and it's complicated to figure out, but once you do figure it out, it's phenomenal, and you're gonna love it. And I know Yuki Usagi right here, or Ghost Ogre and Snow Rabbit. I gotta call it that. I always call it Yuki Usagi. It's a Japanese name. But yeah, so that is it, guys, and this is Jane Yuki signing out. Later.